Hey everybody, welcome back to Jess Plays Birth Me Code. Today we're going to be making a decision about what we're going to do, and we are going to go ahead and start. Okay, sorry about that. There was a lot of weird technical stuff that just kind of happened. Anyway, so I put it to you guys who you wanted to hack, and we got one vote for Ira here, which somebody pointed out in the comments and was correct, like DAC or A. So this is probably Ira. We had 2 people vote for Lux and then 3 for Ava, mostly because they wanted to keep an eye on Tristitia. So we're gonna go ahead and go with Ava, because you are the winner. Congratulations! Oh, there's a puzzle. It's like, wait a minute, I just did one! So, okay, we have 54, 74, 12, 97, 30, 47. 67, 22, 84. These are all divisible by 2, right? So this is... Alright, let's try just putting them in ascending order first. So somebody else also had pointed out to me that, like, you can just change things without being right next to each other. And I don't know why, but I thought that they had to be next to each other. They did. I was thinking also that maybe it would be, like, upside down. Is this actually 7, or is it something? Is my question. Oh, do I have to do all of them? Like, across the whole thing? That's possible. Alright, so the largest one I have is 97. Let's put that. Then 67 or 47. 7. Okay. 12, 22, 32, 47, 57, 67, 74, 87. So let's try that, and if it doesn't work, I'll try putting the same numbers together. Okay. So I'm thinking it might this? You know what I mean? So it's like 2, 2, 2, so 1, 2, 2, 2, 3, 2, 4, 7, 6, 7, 9, 7, 5, 4, 7, 2. It might also be like 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alright, let's ask a hint. Each group of 3 shares a specific... Yeah, I know. I had them all... Four, 4, 4. Unless this is 2, 2, 2, 4, 4, 4, 7, 7, 7. It's also possible. You know what I mean? Because the 7 is last. You know? Try this. There we go. Okay, that's why. I had them in the wrong order. I had the 4s after the 7s. Smile and shine. You have the me card still, don't you? I have no idea where I'll find one here. Avaricia and Tristitia were together, as expected. I like how it's just like horse, snake, cow. They were talking about the me cards their group had found. Tristitia got one of them. By deductive process, Ira had the other. Yeah, I still got it. Wouldn't let go of it in a million years now that I know what it's used for. Oh, I forgot I gave him a voice, crap. Yeah, I still got it. Wouldn't let go of it in a million years now that I know what it's used for. I hope so, otherwise we won't be able to vote. Maybe the other teams will have found extras too. I don't think we should count on the other groups. I'm not saying we can't trust them, but I don't think they'll be too much use. I wonder how the voting will work, though. The two of them were near the middle of the area, next to a giant black cylinder from floor to ceiling. Justicia and Avaricia examined the material closely, with the boy also pushing against it with his hands. Whatever it is we have to do will be in there, I bet. Look around this wall, it's completely flat and entirely unremarkable, but there are consoles on the sides. Seems you could fit cards in there. Guess this is where we'll put those key cards then. I think the bomb is here, but these 9 slots are just to free it. That's a very precise guess. You sure you're not involved with any of this? Avaricia averted her gaze, turning her head to the side as if she didn't want to answer this. No, don't be stupid now. If I organized something like this, I wouldn't put myself in danger. But you are a teacher in this school, right? You didn't look surprised to see your surroundings. You must be familiar with this place much like the others and I all were. Justicia smoothly deflected the topic to another one. Yes. I think we were in Wing A before. This is probably the school we all go to. Since you're so knowledgeable about it, you're most definitely a teacher here too. Okay. Any other topics? Still wasn't happy with the current one. Ever since her introduction, it was clear she didn't like being reminded of her more advanced age. I've been wondering, how did you even get into my emptiness? As far as I know, only students were allowed by Pandora. Justicia is the one with the online list, so he most likely knows a lot about my emptiness. Maybe he's the one I have to look for. The one that needs to be killed. Did you use your position as a teacher as leverage? Are you asking because you want to know my crime? The horse-themed guy brushed the back of his head with his hand, not knowing how to tackle the question. You're sharp. Or maybe it wasn't that thickly veiled anyway. But I had 2 reasons for that, so listen to me before thinking badly of me. I just don't know who to vote for yet. I mean, there's Cora. She's suspicious, but that's just because of her nickname. Everyone has the name of a deadly sin in Latin, but Pandora is Greek, and so is Ancora. Means anchor, or hope, I guess, in a more figurative sense. Hope, huh? Yeah, that's exactly it. And the other reason is... I honestly don't care. Could you turn around for a moment? Justicia stared at her in surprise due to the sharp change in topic. You're not going to stab me in the back, are you? No, I just want to see something I figured out earlier. Justicia gave in to the demand and turned around. Avaricia could see the back of his helmet. It had the same cool S as the me cards were plastered with. Interesting. I knew I noticed something when walking with the others before. I don't think anybody else pointed it out or noticed it yet. What is it? On the back of our helmets is a symbol. It's a weird S. I'm sure you've seen it before, haven't you? The one on the cards. Oh, that? Is that why you wanted to look at the back of my head? I've seen it drawn in random locations in the school, yes. Actually, it's not only in this school. It's in every middle school in the world. I remember Nate and I were talking about this one time where, like, you teach kids to draw the cool S or the Stussy or whatever you want to call it, and, God, it, like, blows their mind. It's in every school. For some reason, all over the world, the symbols started being drawn by kids that had nothing to do with each other. What does it mean, do you think? Is this game's entire premise, is this game, like, a whole, like, taking the piss out of Uchikoshi and being like, what if Uchikoshi found out about, like, an old meme. I kinda love that. Normally, she's more annoyed than this. Does she find this topic interesting? I don't know. Honestly, I think everyone's wrong about it. Some people think it has ties to a superhero, but their symbol looks nothing like it. Others think it's a company's logo, but again, no ties. So it's completely unexplained. I've never really paid any mind to it. I thought it was just a graffiti people were drawing everywhere. There's gotta be a reason. Anyway, let's keep searching. We can talk about it with the others later, since it's clearly related to our helmets. The two of them left the middle cylinder. Instead, Avaricia looked at the debris scattered around the middle area of the crossroads. A lot of destruction here, isn't there? Do you know what happened here? Yeah. Don't you? The boy shook his head. Avaricia slumped her shoulders when she realized she had to talk about it now, even though she clearly didn't care. A bomb went off and destroyed all of Wing B with the cafeteria not long ago. Not the cafeteria! A second one collapsed Wing C. Reminder that it's the wing with the gymnasium. So the school closed for a while, and that's how there's no one around here now. Oh, what a commentary on violence in American schools. Man, I remember when I was in like high school, and we'd have like lockdown drills in case a school shooter showed up, and like kids would try and call in bomb threats to get out of school for the day when there were like tests and stuff. And that's so wild because like Japanese schools are not like that at all. It's so funny. Still, whoever kidnapped us really went in hard. They repaired so many walls and put in all these plates. And what of Wing D? What of Wing D? Destroyed as well. The only one still standing is Wing A because the bomb meant for it never went off. That's why I'm thinking the bomb's here with us. I don't think anyone ever had classes in Wing. Ah, what a shame. What even was there anyway? Honestly, I don't even know. I've never gone there. Ugh. This is starting to grate me now. Somebody blew up the school and now we're stuck here. Can we move on? Wait, no one, not even a teacher, has been to Wing D? What is this, fucking some Kibogamine shit? Where they're like, oh yeah, it's the Super High School Level Hope project. It's fine. It's cool. Their assessment is more or less correct. The only wing still standing is Wing A, and I guess the crossroads is still standing too. Avaricia reached into the small hole in the debris and dragged out a me card. She said something, but the signal grew weaker right at that moment. All of a sudden, frequency switched, interrupting the feed, which cut and restored to Cora's helmet. An hour and 20 minutes had passed since the beginning of the game. Only 40 minutes until everyone dies if no vote is put in. Cora climbed the stairs. She felt a presence behind her. Upon looking back, she saw Nvidia following her. Hey, do you know who you're voting for yet? No, not yet. What does he want exactly? I thought, I'm good to vote for whoever you will. Thinking about it logically, if we all vote for a different person, we'll all get into a deadlock, so... That makes sense. But is this just a poorly thought lure into a false sense of security? Oh, okay, but I'm still not sure yet. I think we'll need to talk it over. You think that's a better way? Know that if we talk about it, things might turn bloody. In here, there's no way to restrain anyone. Whoever we're going to vote for won't let it happen so easily. That makes sense, but we're still missing details. How will the vote be determined? What's inside of the cylinder exactly? We'll know the answers to those questions very soon, so do we just, like, give away the thing about the cylinder already? The dialogue stopped when they reached the top of the stairs, joined the others in front of the cylinder. It was a gigantic structure rising from the floor all the way up to the ceiling. This doesn't look like it belongs in a school, no matter how you look at it. No shit, Sherlock! Of course it doesn't belong here! What are you, an idiot? All 8 participants stood in a circle around the black cylinder, waiting for something to happen. When it was clear nothing would automatically trigger, they got impatient and searched the surface. What's the big deal? We don't have a lot of time. I think close to an hour and a half already went by as of now. That's 1/4 of our time. I can do math, bitch. Open already, you dumb shit. Will you cease your incessant auditory pollution pertaining to every single element belonging to any situation whatsoever? This 3-dimensional curvilinear object has consoles with card slots around its perimeter, and one is labeled cow. I don't think you'll fit in there even if your body is also labeled cow. I presume you're having a plethora of exciting times at my expense. Both of you shut up already, you're giving me a headache. If you're not willing to figure out how this works without jumping at each other's throats, you might as well die first. Despite their faces not being visible at the moment, it was clear Gula and Superbia were staring at each other until both miraculously saw reason and dropped it. Anyway, as I found out with Ava, the console surrounding this thing might help us if we insert our cards. I'm assuming we each have a specific spot. Didn't Mii say she should give us further instructions anyway? Also, can I just point out, I know that, like, this seems like it's going by Chinese zodiac, even though, like, the ox is a cow, and the, dog is a wolf, and the tiger is a lion, but it's bothering me that they're not in the right order here. Like, it doesn't go horse, snake, cow. And that, oh man, I just, I don't like it when you mess with Junichi. It makes me sad. Not for any, like, I don't, like, care, I just, I don't know, rubs me the wrong way. Yeah, and she said she was going to come back when we were going to vote, didn't she? It's technically not time to vote just yet. Cards need to be in first. Okay, let's insert our Mii cards and we'll see then. All of them agreed, and mechanically their hands all pushed their Mii card into the corresponding slot on each console. After a brief moment, nothing happened. I knew this was stupid. Did we do something wrong? No, I don't think so. Mii said we needed 9 Mii cards to open this at first, right? Yeah, we were supposed to be 9 here. Fine then. I guess you'll all need my help. Superbia reached into her shirt, pulled out another Mii card from seemingly nowhere. All the others stared at her accusingly, despite the masks covering all their faces. None of them said anything, prompting her to indignantly huff back at them. What now? You're gonna tell me I'm a bad girl for concealing a Mii card? Bitch, please. As if you wouldn't have done the same thing to secure yourself your next votes. She went to the leftover console, which was labeled Panda, to insert a Mii card into it. Once that was done, she waited a little before walking back to the console labeled Rabbit. All of a sudden, right when she took her spot back, Mii reappeared to all of them. Oh, how splendid! You have made it to your first vote. While the implications of what will happen shortly are terrifying, I still take delight in knowing you're safe and ready. Can't see it just yet, but the cylinder in the middle will be gone. You might currently be feeling it recede into the ground. In front of you, once your vision will have come back, will be a shotgun. Not just any shotgun. This is a specially made shotgun which can attach to the frontal hexagon of your masks. You will have 10 minutes to attach your helmet to it upon the insertion of a Mii card and put in your vote, or you will surrender your right to live. It is non-negotiable 100% certain chance of death. The 6 hours timer will be paused for those 10 minutes. That means you can indeed survive 10 minutes longer than the timer allows if you do it right on the hour. You will no longer need to unlock the cylinder, so you may put in your next cards directly in the contraption in the middle if you wish to give away your right to vote and kill at your indiscriminate leisure. Remember, you still need 2 voting sessions to unlock a way in. The 10 minutes timer will start now. This is probably one of the final times I will be speaking to you like this. If anything important happens, I will still intercede, but otherwise, we'll be saying bye-bye. I will have one final announcement ready after your vote is ended. Unfortunately, one of you won't be there to see it, which is really sad. I'll see you later. Everyone's vision faded back into reality once again, but this time, as me promised, a shotgun was waiting for them right in front of their helmets. Everyone looked at them with great apprehension. If you think I'm going to just do whatever you say, me, you're a goddamn idiot! Who would put their face on the barrel of a shotgun? We have 10 minutes. There's no time to think. Quick, put your face in the shotgun or you're going to die. As squeamish as I am to locate my visage in front of an instrument of death, there is no objection. Almost simultaneously, all the students and the teacher pushed their front of their helmets against the symbol on the end of the shotguns, slotting them with the indentations and locking themselves in place. I love how freaking, like, pissy Superbia looks. It's really funny. Oh, man. Alright. Good. Everyone acted quickly since it was their first time. They didn't think about waiting a little before locking themselves in place. Now, to convince them of the person they have to vote for. We still have to decide over who we're voting for, right? I think we should talk about it quickly, then. We don't have a lot of time. I think Cora is the mastermind. Let's vote for her. I guess I'm in. Loath as I am to admit it, I hold no objections. Wait, that's way too hasty. Where's that coming from? I don't think that the mastermind is Cora. It sounds a little too quick to me, too. Is it because her name doesn't fit with the sins? Do you have another option, then? If not, we'll vote for the most suspicious one. And that right now is totally Cora. She's way too good with the puzzle we had to do, and her name basically screams Pandora. So something like that, I guess. I'm none too bothered over my vote unless your common opinion aims to the proverbial firearm at my own self. You guys really should care more, because the faster the real mastermind dies, the earlier we're out of here. Besides, none of this really makes her the mastermind, does it? Yeah, but we're the only two who think that way. Well, what about the others? Ava? Lux? We don't have any other choice. It's gotta be her, right? Who else could it be among all of us? I'm not sure about my vote just yet, but I'll go with what the majority decides. Could be any of us, but first I'd like to hear out what Cora has to say about it. We're all latching on to the first option that saves them personally. How despicably self-centered. Well, not all of them, because, I mean, Nvidia and Justicia aren't. And Cora had to think fast. She hated stressful situations, but she had no choice now. So far, it looked like everyone except Nvidia and Justicia were going to vote for her. She needed to tip the balance, convince at least 2 of the others to vote for someone else. Was there anything she could say in her defense, putting the blame onto someone else? Guess this will all depend on what I've seen and learned so far. Don't you guys think it's weird how Bia is taking the lead and trying to steer you? Explain your reasoning. You're looking to kill the real Pandora, right? She was all on board about treating the previous death as Pandora, but now she's trying to have me killed. I'm not Pandora anyway. You can say whatever you want. Need I remind you that you're the most suspicious one in here? You already said your reasoning, but could you elaborate a bit? I'm not an idiot, so I noticed your name was weird. It sounds like Pandora for one, but it's also not a deadly sin. And also, you haven't been exploring with the others earlier. I saw you hanging around by the bathrooms. It's like you don't need to do it because you know everything already. Shooting those points quickly is mandatory. There's only so little time, though. The more Cora wanted to argue and pin it on someone else, the more she realized that she really didn't have much put together at all. As the minutes passed, everyone spoke out of turn, growing into a cacophony of arguments, until finally, Cora just had to say something. Wait, I have something else! Everyone finally saw reason and paused while Cora quickly put her thoughts together. They wouldn't wait very long, given that the timer was running out shortly. We can change our names, but we can't change our helmets. The rabbit helmet you wear is very suspicious, Bia. It makes you appear a lot more inoffensive than you really are, but that just means that you're the most dangerous one. What is your problem? Do you want to die or something? Because I can send you there a quick and easy way if you really want. Wait, don't start this. We don't have the time. The vote is almost here. Your helmet would have been more suitable being a donkey due to how much of an ass you are. This whole time, you've just been antagonizing other people. You're a threat to everyone here. What I do or don't do isn't anything you need to worry over, you little imbecile. I could buy out your entire family and turn them into my dad's slaves if I wanted to. Like that's gonna help you after you're dead. Hey, stop, the both of you. I'm not going to stop. Fuck you. You have the personality of a porcupine. Every time you talk, spines fly out and everyone gets pricked, so no one wants to get close to you. Porcupines don't shoot spines from their mouth, you idiot! Bears are stupid and so are you. Jab at my helmet? Why don't you look at yourself in the mirror in the morning and realize how much a bucktooth fuckface you are before stepping outside? I don't have buck teeth. That's the helmet that looks like that, you moron. Besides, you wouldn't even know the meaning of a mirror. Stop talking about them. And that pink hair, is that natural? Like cotton candy hair? You're trying to look cute or something? This reminds me of the dub of Ghost Stories, where the dub of Ghost Stories is just like... there's the part where, like, the painter guy, like, kidnaps the one girl, and he's like, oh yeah, purple hair, cause yeah, we're in a fucking anime. Even with your appearance, it's flabbergasting anyone who talks to you at all. It's called style, and I exude it. I take care of my hair so much that Pandora saw fit to give me a helmet worthy of my hairstyle. What do you have, huh? Two stupid little buns? That's what. The altercations between the two of them continued for several moments, during which nobody else could place a single word. By the time everyone noticed how much time had been wasted, detonations came. Every shotgun fired, leading to all of their deaths. Well, that was a mess. I guess pointing the finger blindly isn't going to be helpful. There's no point in worrying over it now, since everyone's dead. Without a lead, I need to get someone's trust. Nvidia seemed like the most promising person to help. Maybe if I could try again, maybe things wouldn't go this bad. Thanks, fuckers, for sending me on the submarine ending. But the box! Remain shut. Okay. This is like a, but the future refused to change. I just thought it was funny that it was like, but the box! The box, guys! Oh, that's funny. Okay. Cool. So, you guys gave me the bad end first. And I guess that's fine. Cool. So, I looked at this last time, and it's basically like a, and it's basically like a, hold on, what's it called? Tree, decision tree, I guess, where you have the jeez, I can't remember. And it's in Virtue's Last Reward. That's what it's how you go back to your places and stuff. So I assume that it's like here, and then you can go here for the puzzle, and then you have the novel part. Then you go here. So I don't know what this is, but I guess I have to do the other ones in order to unlock this, kinda. But I didn't actually look at how to use this. You may access any segment in the flowchart as you like, provided the next has already been unlocked by playing through the game, and the Go button is locked. Some segments have trust requirements. To light up the Go buttons for those, you must manage the choices preceding them and determine all of their outcomes. Okay, so yeah, I gotta do these other ones. Cool. I go back and I go back to start, look back at choice. Oh no, it just started, so I have to. Okay. So oh, trust 1 and 2. Okay, stay. Alrighty. I'm gonna go with this. Okay, this might actually be faster. Oh, wait. Can I just skip through this with control? So wait, did it skip the choice? Weird. Okay. Let me go back. Oh, I have to go back to this puzzle. Okay. I tried to go after it. Whoops. Whoopsie. Oh. thought it would stop me. I got to the... Yeah, just skip my choices. What does it do? I have to go back into the thing and turn off no choices. What? How do I... Hold on a second. Okay, so, I went back through and, like, replayed, and I feel like I shouldn't need to do that. So if any of you guys know how to, use the flow chart thing so that I can just get back to whatever the choice was, that'd be really helpful. Or how I can utilize multiple save slots. So yeah, anyway, this time we're gonna go with Lux because that was the second place winner. Wait, what is this? There's nothing? But our helmets share the same frequency. I made absolutely sure to check. There's not much I can do about it right now. I have no idea why this is happening. Maybe there's an error in the program, or I'm just missing something vital somehow. I should normally immediately boot. All I can do is pick another helmet to hack for now. For now, I'll be hacking... Okay, alright, so I can't do her. So we're going to Ira. There are 2 Eves. Okay. I thought this said elves for a second. And I was like, what? Alright, so this is Raymond and Veal. Veal! Alright, let's see. So 2 Eves. Oh, is it? Wait, there's no another L. I thought it was gonna be level for a minute. But I can do lever. Lever and... never? Or maybe it's never and evil? It's 2 words that have Eve in them. I'm trying to figure out what they are. So this one needs to have it in the center. So maybe this one has to be never. You know what I mean? Like this one has to be never, and then this one I can... Eve? Eve has Eve in it. Never leave. Alright, there we go. See, I don't even need both hints. These are not difficult puzzles, I'm just kidding. So processing! Complete. Evaluating frequencies. Connection established. Smile and shine. I guess it says that. Don't think anyone actually knows about it. Ira and Superbia were together, as expected. It was clear from the tone of the rabbit girl's voice that their current subject was meant to be a secret from the others. Yeah, we already know none of us know each other. Do you think they would be more suspicious if they knew, though? Like, is it really that big of a deal? Of course it is! None of these idiots know each other, so we have to act like we don't either. It's all so it stays in the illusion of fair playing field. Yeah, I guess it's as you say, as always. So, who are you going to vote for? Not like we're there yet, but... While Ira was talking, he was looking around as if he were searching for something. On the other hand, Superbia didn't lift a single finger, content to give a minimum effort. I don't know. I don't trust any of them. Maybe I'll vote for you. Ira stopped what he was doing to look at her. She cackled slightly. It's a joke, dumbass. Stupid boy. What's important is they don't have to vote for me. You know, the only girlfriend who'd totally ever care enough to be around your loser ass. Yeah, you're right on that one too. What's your plan for that? I don't think anybody trusts you either. I'm not Pandora, so all I need to do is point the finger at someone else. That little bitch Cora has it coming, I think. Out of all of them, she's the one most likely to be lying. I don't know. She seemed very genuine to me. You sure you don't want my me card? Superbia mimicked pinching her nose at that suggestion. Your me card? Ira, I should deserve to have it, obviously. But Trist gave it to you, so I think I'll make an exception and let you have it. There's no way I touch something that's been held by garbage. Ira struggled and slid the me card in his pocket. The two of them kept looking for more in complete silence. They don't have a very healthy relationship, huh? Makes me feel kind of bad for Ira. Kind of, though. After wandering around for a while, the duo stopped in front of a bench. Why did we stop? Did you see one? No, but I've been thinking. You wouldn't really vote for me, would you? No, of course not. Never thought of it even once. Good. Look, let's get out and leave all of these little idiots in here behind us. Yeah, that would sound good to me. Another silence came around until Superbia broke it, stopping in her tracks near another bench. Say, if we're all in my emptiness, we all committed a crime, huh? I wonder what their crimes were. Maybe, just maybe, if we can learn that, we could blackmail some of those chumps. Figuring that out will most likely be a decent mystery, but it doesn't have anything to do with the traitor I'm trying to weed out from the group. But maybe it can help me, so I'd better stay sharp. Yeah, maybe. You know, I don't get why you stutter so much. Are you really afraid or something? You've always been like this, but it's hella bad right now. Don't like the idea of fooling those bastards? No, it's like, I don't feel like anything has changed. Okay, well, good then. Oh, right there. There's a me card. Under one of the benches was a small key card, much like the ones that came from the respective rooms. Superbia pocketed it. Think we should go back to the others? There's nothing here but rubble. Well, of course we should. Come on, Ira. It's a rhetorical question. What I say is law, remember? Yeah, what you say is law, Bia. Glad to know we understand each other. Hey, look over there. What the heck is he doing? She pointed at Invidia as he came out from within the girls' bathroom on the other side of the crossroads. Ira shrugged at that. I guess he's just being thorough. My guess is that he's got no me card yet. I'd like to say it sucks for him, but we do have to find them, so what a fucking pain. If he doesn't find one, we'll have to look around even more. We should join up with the others anyway. Yeah, it's his problem as far as I'm concerned. I don't give a fuck about any of the chumps here. Maybe they'll think I'm an ass for it, but it's what's going to matter if they all end up dying anyway. I'd kill all of them if it meant I could get out. She closed her hands into fists, though despite her stance, it was clear to imagine she felt more powerless than anything else. Look, just calm down, okay? At least let's go through the votes so that it's fair. If violence comes to it, though... He punched at his other hand while they walked off. Fair? Life isn't fair, and you know that better than anybody else. But fine, I'll at least agree to go with the votes as long as I have the advantage. But by the way, do you not remember what happened before we were brought here? I'm having issues thinking about what I was doing this morning. I guess there is a side effect to this generalized sedation after all. I can remember some things, but not normal things you'd expect me to remember. I remember what I think my crime was, but I can't remember what I ate for breakfast. Well, you're in the minority then, because I can clearly remember everything I want to recall. So what did you have for breakfast? I don't want to remember, so I'm not saying. Sounds awfully convenient to me. Maybe you can't remember either. Just admit it. Superbia changed the subject, following his sting. I didn't get you for my brain. I didn't get you for your brain, but your bronze. So shut up and do what I say. You're just kind of like her bodyguard, then? That's interesting. As long as he's there, Ira will always act in Superbia's favor, it seems. However, she doesn't seem to be giving much of a care about him. Maybe she could be tricked into taking him out somehow. If Ira's the one who dies, then she'd lose her bodyguard and a lot of her threat by the same occasion. Why not get rid of Superbia instead? Because she's a dumbass and she's easily manipulated by anything that works in her favor. Ira might just always agree with her, but if he's her yes man, she'll need another pillar when he's gone. All of a sudden, frequencies switched, interrupting the feed, which cut and restored Cora's helmet. You know, I wonder... So I restarted, right? And I realized that, the very beginning of the game has, like, the boot up and the, like, smile and shine. So I'm wondering if it's, like, real Pandora, who was the panda, like, is pretending to be dead, and then real Pandora is hacking real Cora's helmet? Because she's the only one left alive at the end of that first bad end? I mean, that makes sense to me, but I don't know. We'll see. Okay, we've seen this. Yeah, he's in. Okay, he says stuff. We still have to decide over who we're voting for, right? I think we should talk about it quickly, then. Don't have a lot of time. I think Cora is the mastermind. Let's vote for her. I guess I'm in. Loath as I am to admit it, I hold no objections. Wait, that's way too hasty. Where's that coming from? Alright, so this stuff's all the same. Guess this will all depend on what I've seen and learned so far. Don't you guys think it's weird how B is taking the lead and trying to steer you? Explain your reasoning, this is the same. Okay, so really like anything I can do here? Okay, so I guess it's the same. Alright, so maybe I just need to like make a bunch of choices to get NVIDIA's trust up? Is that how you do it, kind of not clear. But I guess that must be it, because I've exhausted all of the choices. So if I go back and I look at the flow. Oh, I see, this is a lock. I have the 66% for what's her face, but I guess this is an NVIDIA thing? Some segments have trust requirements. Light up the go buttons. Exceeding them. Once you enter the segment, all your chosen outcomes will be set for the save file, regardless of whether they were set before or after the segment. Choices will only let you set them if you experience all their possible trust changes firsthand. Otherwise, the autofill button will let you quickly set your choices back up to access a segment you've already been to. However, it won't solve the puzzle of autofill button. Let you quickly set your choices back up. Access a segment. Okay. Not over it. You set its choices. Used access to later segments. I'm very confused. Let me read this again. Some segments have trust. When you enter a segment, all of your chosen outcomes will be set for the remainder of this save file, regardless if they were set after or before the selected segment. Choices will only let you set them if you've experienced all their possible questions. Alright, so I guess maybe I have to... I guess I'm gonna have to start a new... thing. What else could I do? Alright, I guess I gotta have to start with NVIDIA. Because that's my... So let's go to this new file, right? We have this one here, we could just leave that there. Let's start a new file. And I'm gonna get back up to places that matter, I guess, and I'll just cut out the parts we don't need, okay? Yay, cut time! Actually, you know what? Maybe we'll do that next time, because it's been almost an hour for this. We've seen a couple of outcomes. I guess I'll just do a couple more of the choices, and then we'll go on with the actual, like, legit trust choice next time. Alright, so, okay. Hey, self, cut it here! Okay, so I'm at this first choice that I think matters. Because in the escape room I talked to NVIDIA first. And instead of talking to Superbia first. So now I'm gonna guess. Oh, I don't remember who's who. I know he was later with Lux. So I know that choice is gonna up. Man, really hope I choose the right one. Who was he with? Because Ava's by herself. Wait, no, it wasn't. I think it. Yeah. Okay. Woo. Okay. All right. So here's another one that I think I can. I think I got her to 66. He's only at 30. How do I... Maybe I have to do it. Whatever. I'm just gonna... He stopped her with a hand. Before she could even say a word, he spoke to her. Everyone's watching, but almost no one is doing anything. I don't feel like anyone here can be trusted. He leaned against a nearby wall, shrugging while explaining his reasoning. Let's take them one by one. First, let's look at Bia. I don't think she's scheming anything. If I had to guess, she's a really simple girl who thinks she's superior to everyone. Ironic, giving her a name is the sin of pride. Then there's me. You can choose to trust me or not, but I trust you. Means he's perfect to use for now. Trist is the horse guy. I don't know, he feels a little sketchy. He's stable. He's stable and he doesn't come off too strong. He's probably one of the more reliable ones of the group. In here, this means he's the one you have to look out for the most. Ava is the teacher, and I don't think she's really a problem. She stands out the most, so I doubt she's going to try anything big. It's hard to read her because she doesn't think like the rest of us. She has a different agenda since she's older. Honestly, he comes off as a real dimwit. I wouldn't be surprised if he ends up being someone else's pawn. He's not too loud, though. At least, if he's dumb, he's not pushing himself on the others. Lux is strange to me. She's really cute and nice. Most likely too nice, but it's hard to really think that way. We're all part of my emptiness, so I really wonder what her crime was. Finally, about Ula. I feel like she should be feeling a lot more shame than she does. She's a very eccentric look, too. Is it on purpose? I don't know. I'm having issues reading her, too. I see. Thanks for the monologue, but the others are on the move already, so we'd better hurry. And Cora couldn't even place a word the whole time. Giving up on having a discussion while the others were on the move again, the two of them went to catch up with them. So... it's all the same. Still can't hit her. So she's got a trust thing going on, but I don't know how to get all of her stuff. You know what I mean? Weird. Alright, well, we'll do Era for right now and see if it changes anything, you know? Okay, back, and stuff looks different. So, I think we're good. I think we're safe, people! Alright, here we go. Pandora could have taken anyone's name, which includes you too. So why am I the most suspicious? Before you answer that, consider this. How did you come to the conclusion your name is actually Superbia? There was the paper in our room, and we clearly had the answer right to escape from the room. No way! The answer we had to yell wasn't our names, it was the link all of us shared. In other words, my emptiness. She's right. We knew these names because we all remembered them, not because we read them on paper. I suppose it is misguided on Bia's part. However, my suspicions situate themselves on Cora regardless, given the other accusations. Your name is still whack and sounds like Pandora anyway. Remove the P, change the D into a C, and there you go, and Cora. Though, it is not as if she chose it. Much like you, she has amnesia. However, I assume the mastermind is faking it. Be that as it may, well, perhaps. Seems like we're making some kind of headway. Avaricia is giving them a little bit too much to think about, but hopefully no one is going to notice the hint she just gave them all. See, the names mean nothing. Why would I pick the name that would make me look the most suspicious? Let's say you're right, and the mastermind made sure that the 9th person died to take their name. What's a safer bet to not be found out? A strange name, or one of those conforming to the model? Logically speaking, I think you'd pick a name conforming to the model to blend in, but that's if your goal is to not be found out. Then again, I don't know what kind of goal would have you want to be found. And what is our goal here? Among us, we have to kill the real face of me. It wouldn't be much of a game if it was so easy we'd find Pandora in the first vote without any kind of clue other than guesswork. Don't tell me you're all buying this. Reverse psychology might have a good chance in swaying their opinions. Look, you've been a huge bitch to everyone, so I don't see why I should follow you more than Cora. It's true the name Cora doesn't fit with the rest, but... Word. I personally would rather just vote out the issues in the group first, and you're pretty high on the list right now. I am still not entirely convinced, though there is logic to what you are ascertaining. We still need more information. Until then, we don't have a choice. Avaricia is remaining silent. I think she's considering what's been said so far. Maybe she's been swayed already, which means only one more needs to be convinced. And Cora was gathering her thoughts. It was difficult to go over anything that could help her as the anxiety was getting to her. Seeing how she was panicking, others took the spotlight and said, "Hey, Beatty, you know the game called Werewolf?" Huh? Yeah, what about it? The game has a day-night cycle, where normal villagers, which are the majority, try to vote and kill the one they suspect to be the werewolf, who, during the night, can turn others into werewolves or outright eat them instead. Depending on the game. We're gonna play that out for you guys on Sunday. It kind of feels like we're playing that right now, don't you think? I guess that's how it feels, but what are you implying by singling me out? What if that game truly is being played real-time right now, and the girl in Lux and Ula's room died because you killed her before she woke up, and now we're in the next day cycle? Maybe the one we're looking for, the wolf, has got to be voted out then, doesn't it? But I'm not here to kill anybody. In fact, I wasn't even in the classroom with Ula and Lux to begin with. It doesn't work anyway because, well, the girl was alive when we woke up. She only died later. This is going nowhere, and it's a stupid theory. Why would this be based on this werewolf game you're talking about anyway? Because, Suburbia, it's not like we're in, like, a game that's similar to, like, famous Spiketune games or anything that are all based on werewolf. My mind's still on Cora. Oh, really? Are you all just blind? Yeah, and besides, I have my own proof as to why Cora is suspicious. Show it then! We had a list of names in our room too, and on it was Cora too. Does that mean there were two Coras? But our Cora specifically introduced herself as Cora before we found the list of names. Same as Bia and I. Bia and me? Now's not the time for grammar, Cora. I was actually about to comment on that. Was the list of 3 names or the website page? What list of 3 names? We didn't have anything like that. Thinking about it, it must have been the website. Oh, I confused myself, sorry. There's just one Cora then. We're still running in circles. Who's voting for who? I'm voting for whoever you vote for. There's no purpose in going over who's voting for who right now, and our time is quickly dwindling. We need to come up with a conclusion. You duplicitous lot may suit yourselves with this debate, but I desire to keep the equilibrium between my head and the rest of my body proper. For that purpose, and the additional purpose of your common survival, I propose we vote swiftly and promptly. Guess there's no avoiding it then. We still don't really know who to vote for, but... Wait up. I want to vote too, but we have 2 minutes and I don't want to vote for someone innocent. No one's innocent here, Teach. We're all criminals. Ugh, you know what I mean. I have doubts on Cora, and I'd rather not vote for her. I see. So we're going into that outcome. Guess it sucks for me, but we'll save all of them. What are you talking about? Too long to explain, and we're running out of time. We're all voting for someone different. We're stuck in a deadlock. That's all I need to know. We need to come to a conclusion. I am not dying because the teacher put us all in a fucking deadlock. I have been given specific instructions in case this happened. Just vote for me and don't look back. If I die, everything falls apart and everyone will be saved. Everyone. There. Specific instructions? He's lost it. At this point, I'm not even arguing. Just vote for the wolf. Vote for the wolf, I see. Sure, I guess. I also don't understand what he's talking about, but with that kind of sacrifice, there's no way he's the traitor. I don't think it's possible to change their minds, though. So go ahead, vote for me. I've done some bad stuff too, you know. At least, maybe with this, I'm going to atone for the crime I did, and to you, Bia. What? What do you mean by that? Vote already! Don't you get that lives are on the line here? 7 people are counting on this to happen. You think I'm gonna vote just because you said that? I need to know what you mean by this stuff, too. Like, you can't totally bail on me after saying some stupid thing like that. I totally can. Eat shit and vote. And Cora? The eat shit and vote thing. I'm gonna make that for, next month. Hey Americans, eat shit and vote. Remember what I told you earlier. Don't forget it. About people not being able to trust or something like that, was it? Why would he bring that up now? Whatever then. If you want to die a hero for your precious Cora, I don't care. So we vote for Vidi? Yeah, sounds like it. That's a complete waste of a vote. Maybe the next one will be more useful. Alright, so we can't... Screens above the voting console settled in on NVIDIA's symbol. It was clear what was to follow. It was his execution. Every shotgun but the victims released their hold, leaving the participants to witness the macabre outcome. It only took a moment for the gunshot to come. It sounded like it had shot NVIDIA at point-blank range, but in reality there were no bullet holes in the helmet he wore. Time slowed down. Eventually everything froze. Lone wolves die alone. Did something go wrong? Feels as though something should have happened. But nothing happened before time resumed its course. That moment, an explosion engulfed NVIDIA's body in a cloud of dust and smoke. As it all settled down, the visual became much more horrific than before. Video remained on the ground with a charred mark on the floor where his head once was. No one could say anything. Some of them, like Luxuria, had to turn away in order to not witness the horrendous outcome for what it was, rather content in watching the console instead. Others, like Tristitia, stared, dumbfounded. A large pool of red, reminiscent of spilled ink, was spreading from the empty abyss of that missing neck. And Cora watched the remains of perhaps her only real ally, laying limp on the blood-stained surface. Feelings coursing through Cora were unclear and indescribable. There was fear, horror, apprehension, but there was also relief. Hadn't been her body lying on the ground. Everyone else most likely felt much of the same. What the fuck? Am I the only one who thinks this is insane? It happened, didn't it? Yes. He's dead. He's not just dead. That's not death, that's desecration. That's like being fucking dead. Those are the same thing. Adding a swear in front of it doesn't make it a completely different thing. For a moment, it looked like Avaricia was going to say something as her body language clearly indicated hesitation, but she merely walked off with her shoulders slumped. Silence settling on the group lasted for a while. The dust slowly dispersed as everyone in the group took the outcome in stride. The dead body was a reminder that this fate could be the one they all shared. Let's hope it doesn't come to that. The goal is for only the traitor to die. Or the least amount of them, since that's not possible now. You know, the worst thing about death is that dead body, it's not a person anymore. It used to be a person and now it's just an object. It's just a thing. It's just an object. You could shake it, but Vidi's not gonna answer. He was alive right before that, though. He was talking and arguing with us. It's just a lack of the ability to process information and answer accordingly. It's not really different than a machine. Except we can process it differently because we can choose not to act accordingly. Assuming what you enunciate is true, would that not mean that we would be following the script regardless? Cora paid little attention, looking around for the others. Furia and Superbia had been strangely quiet, because they both left already. Avaricia was still gone and Luxuria wasn't near them. After all, it is presumptuous to assume we have this free will when the choice, as you inferred, made based on available information. Justicia finally stared back at Gula, shrugging. Maybe, maybe not. I don't think anyone can tell. If I had to guess, though, you're probably correct. Again, Justicia shrugged. We're like monkey puppets dancing on the strings of fate. Maybe it's not called fate. Maybe it's called destiny. Maybe it's called Shakespeare's script. Point is, you can't drive your train off course. You'll stay on the rails. Of course, with sufficient force, I guess you can make it go off the rails. When that happens, though, it's not a good outcome. Well, I mean, I don't know. I've talked about this before and how I'm like, I don't believe in, like, fate shit. And I think it's because, like, people just don't recognize that everything that happens in the world is the consequence of everybody making decisions at the same time. But yeah. You'll crash and kill dozens, if not hundreds. And as you see before us, the consequence is real. Pushed against Nvidia's side with its foot, Gula grimly retained her silence. The only sound interrupting the moment came from Luxuria, whose tears were running wild. Is that sobbing from fear? Disgust? Legitimate sorrow? Either way, it doesn't look like we got the mastermind. The others looked at her. It was a real worry. The timer ticking down again, they had a job to fulfill. Truth be told, the game will really only end the moment I find out the traitor. Anything to manipulate them into thinking they won. I'm guessing Vidi's not the target. I suppose we'll just have to keep the train going. Hopefully, I'm not the next one entering eternity. I don't think anybody would hope for that. Can we stop? Talking about death? The little girl spoke aloud amidst her tears, supporting herself against one of the consoles. Ula and Tristicia split off from the others, deciding to take their conversation elsewhere. And Cora remained with Luxuria. We can go elsewhere too if that's what you want. I guess. Can't believe this actually happened. Twice now, twice! Twice a beheading. The others from when that girl got the wrong guess, most likely. As Ancora noticed when she wandered closer, Luxuria was extremely destabilized by the event, to the point where she was not only hugging herself in fear, but also on the verge of mental collapse. Want to help me put the cards in the slots in the middle? We have to do it at some point, so we may as well fill 9 cards in. Okay. The angle of her helmet showed she gave a glance toward the headless corpse before she set off to work alongside Ancora. The two of them began collecting the deactivated cards from the consoles, careful not to wander in front of one of the shotguns. It would be too stupid if one of them fired by mistake. It's obvious they can't fire unless a vote is cast and that they don't shoot real bullets. This precaution is just for Luxuria's state, for sure. Lux, are you calmer now? And Cora asked the question, though she didn't expect any real answer out of the girl. To her surprise, she nodded while they were putting the cards into the contraption. Yeah, a little now. I don't know what's going on, but I don't want to be weak like this either. It's just body. What about the body? Just glad I can't smell it, or I'd probably... Cora's vision faded right afterwards. Okay. So, Mia's back, and that's where we're gonna end for this time. Next time we'll go and see where we're headed and where our crazy train is taking us. Alright everybody, thanks for joining, and I'll see you next time. Bye!